Welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is Robert here with Karen. And again, we're talking about on March 14th, 2025, the hero's journey of baseball. So, briefly, what is that? That is 12 clips from 12 different movies through the lens of the hero's journey, as processed by Chris Vogler, those 12 stages. And and we look at what baseball means, right, to all of us. So these clips reflect something, and then we reflect back. So when we think of baseball, and one of the first things I guess that comes to mind when I was putting together a list was the sense of inclusivity. Certainly people know or should know Jackie Robinson's story. They should know the women's leagues of baseball, particularly as we see in a league of their own during World War II. Various kids' perspectives on stories of all walks of lives. Baseball, in the true American spirit, you know, it did, whether by intention at first or not. I'm sure that, there were, as we know, some very ugly, exclusive periods. However, over time, it found inclusivity. And that I think for a long time made it America's pastime. It felt like something for everybody. Does it ring for you at all that way? The idea of baseball is for everybody?
Yes, definitely. Especially what I've learned recently about them actually trying to organize women's leagues again, too. And I've only skimmed the surface of what I've looked into that, but that's exciting.
Mhm.
A League of Their Own was a great movie and a great concept, but the way it ended, girls go back to the kitchen. No.
Yeah, there's something more to it. And I mean, you've talked before about baseball for yourself in terms of a family connection. Clearly, it's that for me too with my dad. I have my personal growing up love of the game just as a young man who was, a kid who was fascinated with the whole spectacle of the Oakland Coliseum, because back in the 80s, as you know, that was a great place to watch a game. I mean, what an environment. It was wild.
It was. And yeah, we had a lot of time. I don't like the pitch clock.
So, back then, like you said, with no pitch clock, it could go on forever. And in a funny way, just quick side note, my daughter, who has been to games since she was a little one too, the first game she went to with the pitch clock was totally thrown by it. And she's never been a big baseball fan in terms of like ball strikes, watching, knowing the players, but she likes what you like you said, the idea of just hanging out there. And, changes happen for the reason, but boy, with a time when you could stretch out, a time when you could make a relationship really happen, I think. Baseball met life at the speed of life. Um, and I think that is part of its romance.
It is, and they killed a lot of it when they put in the pitch clock because you can't even really go to the restroom and get a drink without missing a huge part of the game, and that was different for me too. That
I
wasn't
hadn't thought about it in those small of terms, or relatively small. Hey, going to the bathroom you have to is not a small deal.
new.
But you're right, it affects everything because yeah, if you do, yes, there's a lot of counter stuff they have on, you can order food, this, that, and the other, but I don't know. You're right. That's different. So here's the deal with the hero's journey of baseball. My call, anyway, to everybody watching this is come and watch the clips with us. Tell us your stories, why it matters. Hopefully, your multi-generational stories from totally different perspectives and cultures and walks of life. Baseball, despite the fact of being not seen as, the in the top two anymore, it's considered the third of the big three sports. There's still something there. And that's something that the cinema of baseball, I think, captures very well. It captures that spirit, that love, that dream perspective of it, that it goes beyond how fast can we do this and how well can we market and process it, which, yeah, maybe it's a sign of modern times, but we know baseball in kind of a different way.
Definitely. The kids nowadays going to games will not have the same experience we had at all.
All I need you to do was shake your fist when you said that. Kids these days,
Well, I feel
if you could
for them
tell
because,
one
yeah,
to get off the
I mean, there's
lawn.
a lot of things that aren't the same. Nothing. I mean, the '80s were a completely different time, and times change. It's just sad that it's so okay, this. You can't sit back and really, have a conversation between because it's just going by so fast. And it's I still love the game. I really do. I still love the game. I mean, you could see me. I was like, hey. Even when it wasn't our side, it was like, there's a good play. Yeah, but
Well, yeah, I'm glad to hear you say you still love the game, and I hope that's the summary of what people come to this with. I hope they will join us for the love of the game, and and see all these different ways that people still do love the game, and the ways we used to love the game. That it's not past versus present. It's what
no,
it's everything everywhere all at once, and we have the opportunity to come together and celebrate the moment we have, which for us will be March 14th, the Friday at 12 noon Pacific. Join us for the hero's journey of baseball. Will you be there, Karen?
yes, I will be there.
Me too. All right, we'll see you then.